right, let's make some deli roll. I'm using puff pastry this time, though I have in the past used my frozen sourdough pizza dough. It comes out different, also delicious. I haven't made the pizza dough in a while. I should make that again. Anyhow, I'm using this long roll of puff pastry, which I actually don't like. I prefer the package that comes with 2 sheets. I just couldn't find that. So I bought this. I already used half the roll a different time. This time I'm using the end of the roll, which has cracks in it, as you can see, and is folded over on one side. That's how it came. Don't worry, we're going to fix that. I put it in between 2 pieces of parchment paper, which is my favorite hack for rolling out things like cookie dough, pie pastry, pizza dough, and just roll it out into an even layer, and it's fine. Squirted on some yellow mustard. You can also use deli mustard. You can use duck sauce if you prefer a sweeter deli roll, and brushing it on with a silicone pastry brush. People ask me for the link for this all the time, but here's the thing about having had my kitchen stuff, a lot of it anyways, for over 20 years. It was bought before you could buy things on the internet. I do not have a link for this. Meat, let's talk about that. There's different things that can be used in here. There's no one way to make this perfect. I like to use pastrami and turkey. Some people like corned beef. Some people like salami, turkey pastrami, turkey bacon. You can use actual bacon if you don't keep kosher. The deal is that I like to use 2 thin layers of meat. We're talking like thin, cold cut meat. You can get the one that's sliced for you at the deli counter. I just find this to be more economical, the ones that are in the vacuum pack. As you see, it does not need to be perfect. Got the pastrami on there, and I'm going in for the turkey. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. There are some holes there. It'll be delicious. Now, I'm going to start rolling it, and you're going to see where it being on a piece of parchment paper really helps. You can see it really helps guide the rolling, especially in the beginning where it can be hard. The puff pastry is being a little sticky and a little difficult to roll, but the parchment paper helps with that. I'm going to be pulling the meat towards me as I'm rolling this. You'll see in a second. See that? Otherwise, it wants to just slide out the bottom. Once I've got it rolled up, you don't have to worry about sealing the bottom because you're going to bake it with that seam on the bottom, and it'll seal up as it bakes. Once I get it rolled up, I'm going to get my knife out, and I'm going to cut it in half. You don't need to. You can bake it as one long roll if you'd like, but I just find it easier to manage. I'm going to move it on the parchment paper so it ends up being in the center of the pan, and now it's on a piece of parchment paper, so it's really easy to transfer to the pan. If you have edges of the paper that are going over the edges of the pan, you can trim that. Beating up an egg, I did forget to film me cracking it. I was just cracking an egg and checking it for blood. Brush the top with an egg wash. It makes it nice and shiny. It's not necessary. If somebody has an egg allergy, you can skip that. Be more careful than I was and try to get the whole top. I missed the spot that was facing the camera. Brush it on, and now I'm going to cut some slits on the top. The slits help for 2 reasons. It helps when baking the puff pastry, it doesn't crack. It gives it a place to expand. It also gives you guidelines for slicing this after it's finished being baked, and it's about to go into the oven. It's going to come out beautiful and golden. You can serve this cold. You can warm it up on a hot plate. It's really up to you.